Hey, so basically I was doing this sticker nade, um, and I wanted to cut in these forms, and I was just experimenting. There's multiple ways you bring it into ZBrush. Um, you could cut it in traditionally, Mesh Fusion, Fusion 360, etc. Tons of ways to do it. Um, but I wanted to experiment and see how I could get this cut into the model. I cut it in. It shaded alright. So. Um, with the shrink wrap, here's how it's shading, um, and it looks alright. If we put on like this matte cap, it's actually shading pretty well. I was curious if that could be improved at all, so I started with the shrink wrap modifier. Let me turn this off. So with the shrink wrap modifier on, I have to turn this Boolean off. There we go. So now back to here. So with the shrink wrap modifier, it was working pretty well in terms of getting the form, but it was destroying this. So I looked, and you can actually assign vertex groups to the shrink wrap modifier. So I made a selection of this, put this into its own vertex group here, and then this shrink wrap modifier will only affect this vertex group. So it's really just fixing these problematic edges that were just cut in. And you can see it actually shades pretty nicely. It's not perfect, and I think that's because of the edits from this head final. I think it just has to do with the subdivision on both. So I'm not sure what actually 2 is actually looking a little better. So you see if we change the subdivision amount on the source, it's actually going to change how the shrink wrap's working, but overall it's pretty nice method for getting a nicer shrink wrap and a shrink wrap that's more controlled.